If you're on a GLP-1 medication right now, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, there's probably a question sitting quietly in the back of your mind. A question you might not even be saying quite out loud yet. And that question is, what happens when I stop? Maybe you've been on the medication for months and the results have been real. Maybe your doctor is starting to talk to you about coming off, although most doctors want you to stay on it forever. Maybe the cost is wearing on you, or you simply don't want to depend on a weekly injection and a medication for the rest of your life. Maybe you've stopped already and you can feel it. The hunger creeping back in, the food noise getting louder, the scale starting to drift in the wrong direction, and there's this quiet fear underneath it all. If this is you, I want you to hear something first. You are not weak for using the medication, and you are not naive for wanting off of it. You're asking exactly the right questions, and almost nobody in this industry is answering these questions. So my goal in this video for you is that I'm going to walk you through why the weight comes back for most people when they stop these medications, what actually has to be rebuilt in your body before you can come off, and the exact step-by-step exit strategy that allows you to leave the medication behind without the rebound. I'm Dr. Ashley Lucas. I hold a PhD in sports nutrition and chronic disease. I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm the owner and founder of PhD Weight Loss. To date, we have helped over 13,000 people collectively drop more than 480,000 pounds nationwide. My goal with this channel is to give you the information you need to drop this weight, keep it off, and build a body that does not need rescuing. Let's sit with the fear first, because the fear is totally rational. The research backs it up. In the biggest study we have on semaglutide, it's called the Step 1 Trial Extension, participants regained about 2/3 of the weight they had dropped within 1 year of stopping the medication. The tirzepatide study, it's called SURMOUNT-4, showed the exact same pattern, you guys. A real-world analysis of over 20,000 patients found that nearly 1 in 5, that's 1 in 5 regained all of their weight or more within a year of coming off. Here's what I need you guys to understand about those numbers, because the way you interpret them changes everything. That regain is not a willpower problem. Those people didn't suddenly get lazy, right? The medication, the Ozempic, did not make people not lazy. They didn't stop caring. Ozempic doesn't make you care more. The weight came back because the medication was managing the signal, but it never rebuilt the system underneath that signal. That's why a lot of people, so many people, struggle keeping the weight off if they get off the medication. Now, I want you to think about it this way. A GLP-1 medication is like a brilliant substitute teacher. While this teacher is in the classroom, everything is calm, right? The hunger quiets, the food noise fades, the portions shrink, but the substitute teacher never taught your body how to run the classroom on its own. So the moment she walks out the door, the room goes right back to chaos. Not because you failed, but because nobody ever built the structure underneath. So I want you to understand that your body is not broken. Your body never makes mistakes. When the medication leaves and the hunger comes roaring back, that is your physiology doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is protecting you. Your body is protecting you. The problem was never the medication, and it was never you. The problem is that nobody gave you an exit strategy. Now, before I keep going on, I want to read you something. April, one of our clients over in Charlotte, wrote this in her review. She said, "I've dropped 33 pounds, no drugs, no pain, no cravings. I had tried everything, and I do mean everything, even the injections. This is the only thing that has worked for me and the only thing that has been sustainable." You guys, everybody is different, and your story will be your own. But April's words capture what we see all the time at PhD, and I wanted to read that to you to give you hope if you have been struggling with the medications or you've gotten off the medications and you have struggled. There is hope. People who tried it all, including the injections, finally finding the thing that holds. It is possible. So let's take a look at what's happening biologically, because once you understand this part, then the whole picture can start to make sense. GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. It is a hormone that your gut already makes naturally. This hormone tells your brain that you're full, it slows digestion, it supports steady blood sugar, and it quiets your cravings. The medications simply mimic that hormone at a really high and steady level. Here's the key. While you're on this medication, that external signaling is doing the talking. Your body's own feedback loops, right? The natural production of the hormone, the natural sensitivity to it, they get a bit more quiet. So your body doesn't need to do that work, and the hormones then don't need to be secreted naturally anymore. When you stop the medication abruptly, 3 things have been shown to happen all at once. Number 1 is the appetite signal rebounds for a lot of people. The external fullness message that was coming from the medication disappears overnight, but your own natural GLP-1 system hasn't been retrained to take over yet, right? So hunger doesn't just return for most people, it often returns even louder than it was before. The second thing that happens for most folks, we see a reduction in muscle, right? Research shows that somewhere between 25 and 45% of what comes off on a GLP-1 is lean muscle mass. Not fat, it's muscle. And this is a major issue. If you are over the age of 40, your primary objective is to maintain and build muscle. Without enough protein and without a strength stimulus, your metabolic engine shrinks right along with the fat. And so many people who are just taking the medication and aren't focused on the dietary approach, aren't focused on how they are exercising and maintaining muscle, when they come off the medication, they come off with that bigger appetite and a smaller engine, meaning less muscle mass. Now they've got more hunger, they have fewer calories burned at rest because that's what muscle mass helps you with. And that combination is the regain right there, right? It's not mysterious, it's just math your body is doing to keep you safe. Third thing is blood sugar instability returns. If the underlying insulin patterns were never corrected, if you didn't shift how you ate correctly, if the body never relearned how to keep glucose steady through food, then the spikes and the crashes come right back, and with them comes more cravings and those late day urges to eat everything in sight. One more piece worth knowing is that those same studies we talked about earlier showed that when the weight came back, the blood pressure also came back. The cholesterol came back. The blood sugar issues came back. Most of the cardiometabolic improvements people got on the medication reverted back toward baseline. The medication was managing the symptoms beautifully, but it was never healing the system underneath. So when someone regains after stopping, it is a predictable physiological cascade, not a relapse of discipline, right? Has nothing to do with you. It's all related to the hormones in the body system. Now, here's the relief in all of this. There is good news. Every single piece of that cascade we just talked about can be rebuilt. Your natural GLP-1 production can be restored, your muscle can be protected and regained, your blood sugar can come back to steady, and your body can learn to run the classroom on its own again. This is exactly why we built our new GLP-1 off-ramp program at PhD Weight Loss. If you are on a GLP-1 right now and you want to do this the right way, or you're ready to come off now and you do not want to regain the weight, this program was designed specifically for you. In this program, we work right alongside you and we create a guided, gradual, safe transition while we rebuild your metabolism underneath the medication. So when you step off, your body is ready to hold the result on its own. We don't build you onto medication, we build you off of it. If that resonates, just click the link in the description for myphdweightloss.com or head there directly, and one of our nutritionists will learn about your unique situation and map out your exit strategy. Let me walk you guys through what an off-ramp actually looks like, because this is where most people are going wrong. They treat stopping the medication like this one single decision. One day you're on, and the next day you're just done with it. Coming off of a GLP-1 well is not an event. It is a process. There is a tapering process. I want to share with you the 5 pillars that we utilize, okay, to get off of these medications in a way that's safe and effective, where you can keep the weight off for good or continue to drop the weight without them. Pillar 1, never stop cold turkey. You want to make sure that you taper with support. This is the single biggest mistake I see, is this abrupt stop. The external signal vanishes overnight and the body just panics. A guided, gradual taper done in coordination with your physician, gives your natural hormone systems time to wake back up while the medication slowly steps aside. Lowest effective dose, shortest necessary duration, and a structured step down is necessary. That's how you transition without the whiplash, with allowing your body to still feel safe. Pillar 2 is to rebuild your natural GLP-1 production through food. We talked about this at the beginning. Your gut already makes this hormone. Your job during the off-ramp is to turn that production back on. Protein stimulates GLP-1 more than any other nutrient, so every meal becomes protein forward. Eggs, beef, poultry, fish, high quality dairy. I don't recommend vegan or vegetarian diet during this process for sure. Fiber can help slow digestion and supports GLP-1 release, so we want to make sure we're pairing that with protein and some non-starchy veggies. Because GLP-1 is secreted in the gut, you guys, gut health becomes non-negotiable. You're going to want to include fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir to support the microbiome that does the signaling. So you guys are literally retraining your body to produce its own medicine. Pillar 3 is to protect and rebuild your muscle. If you lost muscle on the medication, and most people do, this is your insurance policy against regain. Adequate protein spread throughout the day, about 30 to 55 grams of protein, again, depending on your gender and your body size, but somewhere around with your first meal and your last meal, plus some form of strength training where you overload the muscles a few times a week. Muscle raises your baseline metabolic demand. This is the difference between a body that burns and a body that stores. Pillar 4, stabilize blood sugar so cravings do not rush back. The medication was flattening your glucose curve for you, right? It was allowing your glucose curve to stay more stable. And now it's going to be up to your food to do this. That means dropping the sugar, dropping the liquid carbs, focusing on lower glycemic vegetables, never fearing healthy fats. Want to make sure that you eat good fats, and then eating protein first at each meal to blunt the glucose response. When blood sugar stays steady, insulin's going to stay low. And you know that when insulin is low, your body has the permission to burn fat instead of store it. This is also where the hunger and the food noise stay quiet on their own this time. Pillar 5, retrain the trust between you and your body. And this one, it's less visible, but it's just as real and so important. Right? After months or years of this external signaling, managing your hunger from this drug, there is a relearning process that has to happen. Now you're going to be noticing true hunger versus habit, eating a mid-afternoon snack so you never arrive at dinner ravenous, managing stress and sleep so cortisol isn't pushing your body back into storage mode. Your body wants to cooperate with you. It just needs to feel safe enough to do it. But your body is your biggest ally. It always has been. You just need to remember that and build on that to allow that relationship to become stronger. While you're rebuilding that natural GLP-1 production, there is targeted support that can help the process along the way. I created this supplement called GLP-1 Gut Longevity Plus for exactly this phase. It is built around Akkermansia, which is a next generation probiotic that supports your gut lining where GLP-1 is actually secreted. It includes compounds that support your body's own natural GLP-1 activity. It's not meant to replace your hormones, but it is meant and created to help restore the environment they work in. If your gut took a hit during your time on the medication, or if you've been taking antibiotics, this may be a helpful piece for the off-ramp. You can find this supplement at dr.ashleywellness.com, and there is a link in the description with a special discount code waiting for you there. Just use code Ashley10 to get that special discount. Now, let's bring this all together. If you are on a GLP-1, the medication was never meant to be the destination. It was a tool. A legitimate one for the right person at the right time. But a tool is only as good as the plan around it, and the plan, in my mind, should include the exit. Now, 2/3 of the weight comes back within a year because nobody rebuilt the foundation underneath. You guys now know what that foundation is. A guided taper, restored natural GLP-1 production, protected muscle, steady blood sugar, and a body that has relearned how to trust its own signals. When those pieces are in place, stepping off the medication isn't a cliff, it's a handoff from the medication back to you. Now, I want to leave you with this. Catherine Catherine, one of our clients in the Greenville area, wrote in her story, she said, I lost a lot of weight on Ozempic and unfortunately gained most of it back. I started on PhD weight loss and it's like my body and my mind shifted. I lost the weight and I'm keeping it off. Sherry, my coach, Sherry, by the way, is amazing, has been so patient and so inspiring. Now, again, every body responds on its own time and your story will be your own. But Catherine's is a story that I hear from people again and again after a GLP-1, or if they're on a GLP-1 and they just fear getting off of it, thinking that that is their fate. For Catherine, the weight came back when she stopped until the system underneath got rebuilt. And that is the same for so many people. Once we can rebuild it, then the weight will stay off. Your body is not waiting to betray you the moment you stop. Your body is waiting for the conditions that let it take over again, right? You give it those conditions and it will meet you there. Freedom, not dependency. That's my goal for you. If you want to see exactly what a full day of eating looks like to boost your own natural GLP-1 levels, meal by meal, I have made an entire video walking you through it, and it's the perfect next step after this one. Just click the link on your screen, should be right over here, or in the description. And if this video gave you any clarity you haven't gotten anywhere else, I would love for you to subscribe above so we can reach more people who deserve a real exit strategy just like you. See you in the next episode.